South Africa was once considered the land of opportunity, the land of milk and honey for Africans. Now, njengoba kenzakala izinto ezikanje, we see the Madlanga Commission, the crime, the unemployment rate. Can we still say it's the land of opportunity? Let's talk about it. And I'm here with my lovely co-host, co-podcaster, co-partner, co-everything.
Partner in crime. Hi guys, I'm Rebone, Rebone, and welcome to
our podcast, R&B Unfiltered. Yes. Thank you for being here with us once again.
We appreciate
it.
The little community we have of you guys.
No, small and so we're back with another one, and we're just looking at the country, looking at everything going on in the country, and just thinking to ourselves with our man, actually, is this country still considered the land of opportunity?
Yeah.
Is it still our milk and honey now?
Considering what's happening, yeah, I think it's fair to say that, if you had asked that question like a few years ago, or like many years ago, probably the answer would be a straight up yes, But considering the things that are happening, I think it's fair to say it's a bit of a yes and no. It's a bit of a yes and no.
Especially in the early 2000s, where as masizwa ngabazali basitshela ukuthi the Thabo Mbeki administration, the introduction of the BEE, leading up to the 2010s, where infrastructure corner, everything was on top. We even hosted the World Cup.
That was incredible. That we did that. So now,
is it still considered the land of opportunity?
I think if we wanna come to an answer to that question, we'd have to look at the current state of the country, the good, the bad, if there's any. So I don't think now we can straight up say yes or we can straight up say no. I think we just need to look at the circumstances surrounding our country and maybe see where we land. If it's a yes, if it's a no, if it's yes or no,
Yeah, no.
So
now, give me as someone who's living in South Africa, as someone who's it's just based on things and stuff. It's a no.
It's a straight up no.
Straight up no. Straight up no, ganjan.
Yo.
So basically, straight up no, because one, I'm looking at the unemployment rate, and I'm looking at the crime rate, and I'm looking at just also how we as Abantu react.
I think, Bella, if you contextualize it into townships, then it makes sense that it's a no,
Yeah.
Because I think you have a different experience, or we have a different experience here in the townships than someone who's living in Sandton, obviously. So I think someone who's living in Sandton would say, yeah, it's still the land of opportunity. I'm still getting opportunity. Whereas we're here, we're in the deep township, and you're seeing all these negative stuff happening all around you, and makes you go, this is not it,
Yeah, maybe because the reason isn't beside just to get into a bit more detail in that is because in terms of the unemployment rate, man, in the early 2000s, this big issue. In the early 2000s, usually they make over 25%, 30% or so. I would see there were a lot of opportunities, but they were opportunities because ngazi mangibuza nomzali asho ukuthi after school they could get a job, whether it's after high school or after university. There were opportunities of umsebenzi. Now, mangithi umsebenzi, I'm talking about the varieties ezakhona, whether uyaphuma uyofanda a peace job somewhere, whether uyaphuma after varsity, they are, I think also the companies were now flooding South Africa, there's also that context, but there were opportunities.
Yeah, I think at any level, whether you're university level or you just school, even parents who did not even finish matric,
exactly,
they still managed to get a job. Whether we can argue then it was a low-paying job, it was general workers, it was domestic workers, but they still had a job.
Yeah, but it was still a job, and so much when we contrast that. We don't see that often. Asiboni umuntu aqeda isikolo
and
they immediately get a job. The unemployment, our unemployment rate is one of the highest in the world. Now, granted, there's also context behind that. But whether it's unemployment abantu abahleli bayawufuna umsebenzi abawufuni.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
But besides that,
because
now I'm not focusing on that, but just the overall, our unemployment rate is one of the highest unemployment rate. And so manje, makunjalo, we see ukuthi from the early 2000s to manje, ikhuphukile.
The unemployment rate.
Exactly. Granted, over the last quarter, the last time I checked, but overall it's still high, I feel.
Yeah, it's still the highest.
Yeah, overall it's still high. One of the
highest, if not the highest.
Exactly. Yeah, it's still high, and so manje, masejalo, we see ukuthi, abantu abaningi we consider opportunities, jobs, I might say economic opportunities, but spaghetti na umsebenzi, and njengoba umsebenzi mncane kanje, we see ukuthi akushuthi. That's what I need to know, because there are less opportunities in terms of
and
jobs.
just a disclaimer that we are not saying there's definitely no opportunities.
Yes.
Or we have not seen one person who went out of school and immediately got a job. We're just contextualizing it, like where we are. It's hard to see somebody who I was going to say graduate. In America, they graduate high school. But it's hard to see somebody finishes matric and land a job now. And like I said, in the context of where we are, in the townships, not necessarily that everywhere it's like that,
Yeah, I know. So, just in terms of that one factor, unemployment rate we see,
just makes you go.
We should see there's less opportunities, and angisakhulumi ke ngindawo ukuthi the companies are going, these companies and those international companies which hire abantu abaningi, but let's be honest, they are going now. Abo Shell, what's this? I think there's a company in Eastern Cape that had a huge plant. You see. So he's listening to this way. I mean, among big countries, I'm seeing with I feel too.
We're not there anymore.
Yeah, the opportunities, I know.
Also considering crime rates, considering load shedding, like all of those things, all of those aspects would make one go, especially in the context of townships, would make one go, I know this is not it anymore. But I want to say yes, it's still the land of opportunity. I think I'm both yes and no. Yes, because I think in as much as we can say jobs, unemployment, now it would be unfair to say we don't have the opportunity to economic opportunities. I guess we have social media now. Social media is now everywhere. It's no longer an American thing. It's now it's everywhere. It's accessible everywhere. So we have influencing, we have content creation. That is an opportunity to make money. We have
yeah, no,
I forgot. But basically, I don't want to add that. Hey, wait. I want to say.
What are you doing? You paused the entire video.
I know, but we're gonna carry on. I know where I paused it. I said we're content creation, right? What else do we have, babe?
A lot. Babe, there's a lot you could do with social media, bruh.
No, but I don't want to just talk about social media. I want to add social media, content creation. What else?
It's skills. You can learn skills on the internet.
Basically, you have social media, this one thing teaching you different other things, giving you opportunity to, make income in a lot of different ways. Like I said, content creation. You can learn new skills. I heard somebody say that if you have a laptop and Wi-Fi, then you have no reason to be complaining about opportunity. But also, there's another issue with that, because not everybody, we still have to acknowledge that not everybody in our country can afford a laptop. Not everybody in our country can afford Wi-Fi or even has access. You think about rural areas. Can they answer that question and say, yes, South Africa is the land of opportunity? Oh my God, we have so many opportunities. We are not, economically devastated. I don't think so. Some of these resources are only available, in certain places. So, but still, you still. I don't think we can overall say, God, no, we don't have these tools. We don't have these resources. We do. We have internet cafes. If you can't afford a laptop, you can go to an internet cafe. Even though I do not know what the state of rural area is, if internet cafes are even accessible. But just, to say that we have social media and it allows you to do a whole lot of things. Like I said, it's no longer an American concept, social media. Now we can bring even two worlds, America, South Africa, or America and Africa, into this one thing. You get sponsorship from American, companies. So basically, I'm trying to say that yes, it's still the land of opportunity in terms of, for me, social media, because I think social media open a lot of opportunities.
Okay, but the magic again is to push back. In order to have the social media, mele ube nemali data.
Yeah.
So manje kenzakalani uma unganamali data? Uthola kanjani imali data unganaspani?
That is a good question.
So like obviously, granted ukuthi, you can also argue with that point ukuthi bethu mangabe uyoba nemali ebhiya, wangabi nemali data, just to speak.
Yeah.
As we see here, guys, but they have money to beer. So you can
I can excuse someone from the rural areas. Here, here we are. I think here it is a thing that we are not doing well because of we choose not to do well. Because like you said, we have people drinking every single weekend, and then the next Monday they say, oh my God, I don't have a job, or oh my God, I don't have money. But it's like the money that you used for buying your beer, you could have maybe invested it in learning a skill online.
Yeah, no, the increase in the crime rate is by and large caused by the unemployment rate. But the crazy thing is ukuthi njengoba the crime rate increase kanje, Leo increase also causes, as much as it is a reaction really unemployment rate, but also iyayikhuphukisa nayo, because manje ukhopha ama-bank, manje ukwenza kanje nakanje, abantu balahlekelwa imisebenzi. Yabo. That's why ngisho ukuthi as much as zonke lezi zinto lezi ngiyasho no bafethu, but also we have to agree ukuthi sometimes we are also not trained to see the opportunities. Yabo. Which again lapho sesiyisesikolweni ke manje ukuthi lento leyethu esinayo, the school system ayisebenzeli kahle, because we're not trained to see it's okay. No, that's an opportunity.
That's what I wanted to actually get into. What is even considered opportunity? Because in school level, you I don't want to say pressured, but university is encouraged, like, you need to get to university. You need to get to university. I don't think there's any teacher in high school that hasn't, said that to any learner that you need to go to university, you need to apply. I've had teachers even literally going as far as helping us apply to get into university.
Yeah, sure,
whereas, now when you don't get into university, you kind of feel like you've missed an opportunity, or now, opportunities are not there anymore. Whereas there's jobs, there's skills, there's, a whole lot of other things that you can do. It's not just this one thing that is considered an opportunity. So, it's basically opportunity is a whole lot of things than just going into university.
Also, I think, right, as much as that, because I think that kind of also depends on what's your definition of opportunity. Now, there's some because the majority of us, we know of it. But it's opportunity, we're just talking jobs, economic opportunities. The funny thing is this, though, as much as, yes, I do say it's not the land of opportunity anymore. The question is, if it's not the land of opportunity anymore, then why is there an influx of immigrants? Yeah? Okay, it's not the land of opportunity, it's fine. But why Pakistan, Ethiopia, Zimbabwe?
Because when, as a South African, you say no, it is not the land of opportunity. But then you see other people coming here and you go,
exactly.
What is going on?
Or
is it me who's not seizing the opportunities, or what is it? So I understand. You have people who sell Mustrateng. Most of them are not South Africans.
Facts.
So I think in their perspective, they definitely would say, here there's opportunity.
And for some reason, but you even find, I'm not so sure, African Negaj.
Yeah.
Corner to corner.
Yeah.
And for some reason,
both of them are
so those are the questions that means okay, fine, but you see with the crime rate is this, the unemployment rate is this, the rate is whatever rate is this. But
what about the person coming over and getting opportunity and living off of it?
Umuntu riska ukudliwa ama-crocodile bafethu. I don't think you get it. Umuntu riska ukudliwa ama-crocodile. Kuze afike la. And then now we are umnandi. Uyakwazi ukubuy igrosa, uyakwazi ukuthumela imali entwena. Yabo?
So it makes you question if it's a yes or a no. If it's really a yes or a no.
No, it makes me question ukuthi njengoba ngithi no.
What is it? Yeah, what is it that's saying no?
Exactly.
What's the reason behind that?
Another thing I think also the schools need to teach us how to look at how to look for opportunities.
Yes.
How to look for opportunities, how to seize them, and was okay as Uba Piwe, njengoba ngene kule space lesi. Njengoba I've seized this opportunity.
Yeah.
Now ngiyenze njani? Yabo?
Yeah.
How do I seize it? How do I exploit it?
Yeah. But it's going to be a whole different conversation when we start talking about the school part, because now we need to explore the curriculum, because obviously the curriculum now does not put emphasis on after school, in terms of other opportunities instead of varsity. So it would be a different conversation, because then there would need to be laws, the curriculum would need to be rewritten, so
policies.
Yes, so it would be a whole lot of thing. But I think just to educate the youth, or to just bring at least calmness, that just because you didn't go to university doesn't mean that your whole life is over. It doesn't mean that you still can't make it. You can. There are many other opportunities. You just need to look, and obviously they're not gonna come to you. That's, I think, the sad thing. We can cry about it, or we can see what we can do about it. Opportunities are not gonna come straight to you. That's one thing we have seen, we have experienced. You need to go out there and look for these opportunities. You need to make it like your initiative that you're going to look, you're going to learn, you're going to research, you're going to, put effort into making sure that you are in reach of these opportunities, because they won't knock on your door and say, hey, I'm here, seize me, So also don't be discouraged if you feel like opportunities come like at a hard, like they're not coming easily to you. Just, I don't know, I guess go out there and look for them. Just know that, especially in where we live, in the township, they're not going to be handed to you. You literally need to go out and look for them. Yeah, you need to look for these opportunities. You need to go. Some people have it easy. Some people, they have handouts and all of that. But to some of us, to the most of us, you need to go out there and look for them. Do not sit and complain, because it's not going to do anything.
Yeah, no.
And,
And on that note, we know we didn't cover every single thing that contributes.
Yes.
Whether there's a lack of opportunity, whether there is opportunities, or whether there's less opportunities than before. But lazy, as is covered, I hope maybe something hits Guinea, Emakaya, something actually relates to them and actually.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you have any comments, anything to say,
Experience.
on the comment section. Who knows, one of us might actually come up with a solution on how to battle this thing. And as I said before, don't be discouraged just because it's just looking at it as it is. And hopefully if it's even grandy, and if you want to find an opportunity, seize it and exploit it. So it's been late.
It has.
For me.
And maybe, who knows, we might do a part 2 where we go into detail in terms of, what are the things that contribute to, someone having a view that this is no longer a land of opportunity, or someone having a view that, yes, this is the land of opportunity. So that's all we have for today, you guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, smash the like button, hit subscribe, you guys. We are having real, honest, unscripted conversations here, and we are learning just as you guys. So the point is to bring these conversations into light, to have people discussing these topics, because we are experiencing them, we are seeing them, we are living in them. And if that's one of you, subscribe, and we will see you next time.
Spoongy.
Bye.
Shut.